In this dual user active tip, we're going to look at ways that you can use dual user in Inspire with the paint bucket. Again, dual user is a mode that allows two people to work at the board at the same time. That is, of course, if you have the Active Arena upgrade. So let's go ahead and check this out, some ways we can use the paint bucket. Now the first thing I need to do is turn on dual user. So to do that, I go down to Tools, and the third button down is dual user. Now you'll notice it puts a dual user toolbar in the upper left-hand corner of my screen. Now in this example, my wife is going to be using the student toolbar, and I'll be using the main toolbar, or the teacher toolbar. And because she has a better grasp on the English language, because she's a high school English teacher, she's going to take the adjectives, and I'm going to take the nouns. Now you can see we've already started. And you can see we both have our own paint bucket, we both have our own colors, and we're able to move around the page no matter where we are. We don't need to overlap or anything, and we can go ahead and highlight our own words. So there's no worry about overlapping, getting in each other's way. The only thing you have to worry about is, people up at the board getting in each other's way. But besides that, no matter where we go on the board, we can highlight our own words. And there we go. Looks like we got it all done. Now this next example, we're going to highlight the speech bubbles to create a compound word. So I'm going to take yellow for house, and my wife is going to take blue for where. So you can see she creates anywhere, and I got lighthouse. She gets everywhere, and I get boathouse. She takes nowhere, I take bathhouse. Getting a little raunchy. She takes somewhere, and I'll take a doghouse, or a house dog. A doghouse probably works best. Now we could have a house fire, and I guess that works. That's not the best thing to do. But you can see how easy it is for us to have our own colors, to click on our own area. And as my wife points out, if we're doing fire, maybe we need to do red for house fire, but let's hope don't have to deal with the house fire. Now in this last example, we're going to show how you can use paint buckets to work on a math lesson. This is a page we got out of our Inspire resource library. So each student could, again, pick their own color, and they can move anywhere on the page, and they can highlight the prime numbers. And you can see as we go through, we're doing it at the same time, and we can move anywhere on the page and highlight the prime numbers. You could even have students at their desks who aren't up at the board using their active expressions or their active votes to vote on what the next numbers should be, or to vote on whether the students got it right or not. So this is a great way to use the dual user pen in Active Inspire with the paint bucket. And before we go, I want to say a big thank you to my wife, Mrs. C, who helped us out with all of these dual user active tips, as I needed two people up at the board to help me out. And you can see here she is saying goodbye to all of you guys. So I hope this gives you some ideas on how to work on the active board and how to have your students work simultaneously, both competitively and collaboratively, using dual user. So thanks again to my wife, Mrs. C. Thanks to you out there for listening and subscribing to Active Tips. Enjoy.